My 15-year-old daughter goes to my married brother's house every weekend. When I found out why, I couldn't believe it. The age difference between my daughter and my brother isn't that big. She is 15 years old and he is 20, so they were always very close. Since she was a child, my daughter always matured quickly for her age. At the age of 11 or 12, she already wanted to put on makeup and was very vain. My brother and she were in similar life stages, so they were very attached. When my brother turned 18, he started dating someone, then got engaged, and eventually married. That made him distance himself a little bit from my daughter, which was natural, as their lives were taking different directions. After a while, my daughter approached him and his wife again, becoming close friends with her. Every weekend, my daughter wanted to go to their house and I always allowed it because I could see that they had a good reputation. My brother's wife was very dear, so I always allowed it. One weekend, my daughter went to their house but forgot her cell phone charger. Since my brother and his wife used iPhones, they did not have a charger compatible with her phone. She sent me a message asking if I could bring the charger and I told her I would. Later, I ended up forgetting it, and when I remembered, it was already around 11 p.m. my husband and I went to bring the charger. When we arrived, we called but no one answered. Since my brother lives in the house below my parents, we entered because the gate was open. We went to his house, and the living room door was unlocked, so we went in. Everything was very quiet, and I thought everyone was already asleep. I went to my brother's room and when I opened the door, you won't believe what I saw. Now you can check for part 2 by pressing share and more. When I opened the door to my brother's room, his wife was lying unconscious, while my brother was having intimacy with my daughter. I witnessed that scene, and when my husband saw the situation, his only reaction was to pounce on my brother. Then a big mess began, with my parents being woken up and coming to check what was going on. At first, I just wanted to push my husband aside and then talk to understand what was going on. After we managed to separate them, I demanded an explanation and wanted to know what was happening there. My daughter then began to cry a lot and revealed that they had been in a relationship for a long time, even with my brother when he was married. She said that when he got married, she was a little upset, but then they talked and decided to continue the relationship. To that end, when she visited him on weekends, my brother would give his wife medication so she could sleep, allowing them to be together without anyone suspecting it. It wasn't the worst part of the situation yet. My daughter informed me that she had just found out she was pregnant and that the father was my brother. At that moment, our world collapsed, as we had never imagined that something like this could be happening right under our noses without us realizing it. After all this confusion, we took our daughter. The next day, my parents talked to my brother's wife and told her the whole truth. She then decided to separate from him. We took our daughter to the doctor to start prenatal care, and we did not stop supporting her at that time. However, she ended up having bleeding and losing the baby. Today, my brother is married to someone else and has children. My daughter is also of legal age and has a boyfriend. As for me, I no longer have contact with my brother, and I have no intention of having him again.